So today we're moving on to the next chapter. It's linear equations and problem solving. An equation is a statement with an equal sign and a variable on at least one of the sides. The solution is what makes the equation true. And if we are solving an equation that has fractions, we want to multiply by the lowest common denominator, or the least common multiple, to get rid of our fractions. So what is the smallest number that both 3 and 4 multiply into? 12. So I want to multiply everything in my equation by that 12. So I'm going to do 12 times x over 3 plus 12 times 3x over 4 equals 12 times 2. So when I multiply 12 by x over 3, I can divide 12 by 3, which is 4. So I have 4x. Then I have 12 times 3x over 4. So what's 12 divided by 3? 12 divided by 4 is 3 times 3x, 9x. And 12 times 2? 24. So 4x plus 9x? Okay. And then to get x alone, I want to divide by 13. Does 13 divide 24 nicely? No. So I'm going to leave it as an improper fraction. So my final answer here is 24 thirteenths. So sometimes when we have variables on the denominator of fractions, this will create an extraneous solution. What an extraneous solution is a solution that doesn't actually make the problem true. So we will need to check our answers whenever x is on or the variable is on the denominator. So number 3 wants me to solve this, but before I can, I need to factor the x squared minus 4. That factors to x plus 2 times x minus 2. Okay. So when I go to multiply this by my LCM, I'm looking for what factors appear in the denominator. So I have what factors appear? I have x plus 2 and x minus 2. So I want to multiply all 3 of my terms by x plus 2 and x minus 2. Bless you. What do you mean? Oh, the middle one is x plus 2. My bad. Okay. So what cancels out with my first set? X minus 2. So I'm left with x plus 2. X plus 2 times 1 is just x plus 2. In the middle set, okay, so I have x minus 2 times 3. So 3 times x is 3x. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And then for my final set, what cancels out? Both of them. So I'm just left with the minus sign from the problem, and then 6x. Okay. I was just letting you know that you weren't marked confused. Okay. So then, what do I want to do next? Combine like terms, so I get no, it's positive 3x, negative 6x. Negative 3x minus 6. Okay, then what do you want me to do next? Subtract 2. Okay. So then I get x equals negative 3x minus 8. And then, what do I have to do next? Add the 3x. So I got 4x equals negative 8. And then I want to do what? So I get x equals negative 2. Because I had an x on the denominator, I need to check my answer. So I'm going to plug in negative 2 for all of my x's. Okay. So negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Then on my second fraction, what do I get for my denominator? 0. What do you think about the 0? It's undefined, so that means this isn't going to work, right? So I don't have an answer here because I only had one x to check, and it didn't work. So no solution. Okay, so the next thing on the backside is word problems. This whole chapter is kind of about solving equations. So number 5 tells me a rectangular kitchen is twice as long as it is wide. So I'm going to have my length is 2w, and my width is just w. It wants me to find the perimeter. What is perimeter? Adding up all the outside lengths together. So I want to label all of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up these 4 sides, and I'm going to set it equal to my perimeter of 84. Then what is W plus 2W plus W plus 2W? What? 6W. I thought you said 7. I was like, what? Okay. So then how do I get W alone? Divide by 6. So my width is 14. And this was measuring in feet. How do I figure out the length? Double it because my length was 2 times my W. So that gets me 28. So this is 14 feet by 28 feet. So number 7 is telling me that we measure the shadow cast by this building in Chicago, and we find it's 142 feet long, as shown in this picture. Then we measure the shadow cast by a 48-inch post and find it to be 6 inches long. Determine the building's height. So what I want to do here is I'm going to use the smaller object divided by the taller object for my ratio. So I'm going to do small divided by tall. And I'm going to set up 2 equivalent ratios and use those to solve. So the height of my small object is 48. The height of the building, the taller object, is what I don't know. So that's X. Then I'm going to compare my shadows. So the length of my small shadow is 6. The length of my tall shadow is 142. Then since I have two equivalent proportions, I can cross multiply. So I'm going to take the 48 and multiply by 142. And then I'm going to take the X and multiply by the 6. So then I want to actually multiply 48 by 142. $6,863. 816. My bad. And then I want to divide both sides by 6. So this gets me 1,136. What measure of units? Feet. No, the building's in feet. Okay. So I am going to go over the last example. My projector, everyone's on. There you go. So this one tells me a store has $30,000 worth of inventory. It has 32-inch TVs and 46-inch televisions. The profit on a 32-inch set is 22%, and the profit on a 46-inch set is 40%. The profit for the entire stock is 35%. So how much was invested in each type of television? So I know they're going to spend X dollars on the 32-inch, and then that means they're going to only have $30,000 minus X to spend on their 46-inch TVs. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my equation. So I know they get back 22% of whatever they spent on their 32 inches. So I'm going to turn that into a decimal. It's going to be 0.22 times X, because 32 inch was X. And then I know they get 40% of their 46 inch, so I'm going to have 0.40 they spent 30,000 minus X on their 46-inch TVs. So I'm going to do 30,000 minus X. Okay. Then it says the profit for the entire stock is 35%. So 0.35 is a decimal. And they spent $30,000 on everything. So then I just want to actually go ahead and solve this. I'm going to have 0.22x. Nothing changes there. Then I have 0.40 times 30,000. 12,000. 0.40 times negative x is negative 0.40x. 0.35 times 30,000. $10,500. And then I want to combine like terms on my left side. So I have 0.22x minus 0.4. No, one's positive, one's negative. 0.18. And it still equals the 10,500. So then I want to subtract 12,000 from both sides. What is 10,500 minus 12,000? And then I want to go ahead and divide by that negative 0.18. So I get x equaling, so because it's money, I'm going to go out to 2 decimal places. And then it's asking how much the company spent on each TV. So they spent $8,333.33 on 32-inch. And then we need to figure out how much they spent on the 46-inch. So we know they had a total of $30,000 to spend, and they spent $8,333.33. So this gets me, okay. What does it get me? And this is the 46-inch TV.